Let's quickly get the thoughts of Ambassador Roy. Thank you for joining us and thank you very much for holding on. What are your thoughts, first on this latest revelation? And when you look back at, past jailbreaks and, the possibilities that perhaps there could have been, an insider connivance, so to speak. What are your thoughts about these allegations of prison warders working with these terrorism suspects in detention?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. And with all due respect to my boss there in the studio, sir, let me say this, that we are on a very long journey. We are on a very long journey because all of these things have come up a lot of times, and all agencies are complicit in these kinds of compromise. We remember that even the military has been found to give weapons to terrorist groups. We remember also that drug cartels penetrate our prisons to sell drugs to them. And they use these officers that are prison custodians. And we also know that we have a financial system in the country. There's one of my staff, there was a time we paid 200,000 mistakenly to the staff account, whose salary was about 80,000. And the account was blocked because the money was higher than what usually comes in. So I was just of the opinion that what happens to the financial system that could track excessive inflow of money to particular accounts that does not reach that volume of inflow. And I'm also looking at the NDLEA. What is their investigative system into the prison and the correctional centers? How do they recommend solutions? You remember the conflict between the NDLEA and the police for the last officer that was arrested and is facing interrogation right now. So I am concerned that the system has not used the available apparatus to interrogate the vulnerability, because definitely there are apparatus to investigate such vulnerabilities. Then the purpose of the whole of the complaint, open complaint by the CDS, is because the rule of law has not been explicit. We still have Abba Kyari case still running. We still have some other military people's cases still running. And this kind of prisons personnel, if the CDS should go and arrest them, it will become an uproar. If the CDS must have written, which I am sure, as my boss there have said, he has written, and actions are delayed, they crawl like a snail. And the penalties for such compromise supposed to be swift and supposed to be strong enough to serve as a deterrence to others. So I don't know the electronic system in the prisons. If there are electronic systems there, there must be an outlet in the Minister of Interior's office to be able to turn that place to a smart city so that you can be able to monitor what's going on. I don't know what NCC is doing, our communication systems, to check what they call and to know that there are wordings that will spike up attention when you make some phone calls within those premises. So I don't know. There are so many other things that could happen there that could serve as deterrence. But for those that have been caught, like the CDS have said, what is the judiciary going to do about it?
Okay, Roy, my question from what you have said, you have actually opened up a whole gamut of this revelation. Now, looking at everything that has been said, the Minister of Interior has asked the management of the Nigerian Correctional Service to probe these allegations that some of its personnel are in cahoots with Boko Haram suspects. Do you think anything will come out of this, knowing fully well that we've had several investigations in the past, and you understand what I'm talking about?
You don't even need to say it. Definitely nothing will come out of it. Highest, one or two will be arrested. Now, let me tell you about investigation, because recently the police approved that people can run school of private investigation and people can go into investigation, but the police, the hierarchy of the police is still doing the bottom line, the framework for that to happen. So I have also floated a school of investigation for that. So in investigation, one of the things that will be done will be definitely to check that guy's account. And once that audit is done, you will see that there are exits of monies into different kinds of accounts, like what is going on with the former CBN governor right now. And persons will be found out to be complicit as chain beneficiaries to the crime. And when you hit a name among those chain beneficiaries, that is where the investigation will die. Because Nigeria is so challenged with this name and capacity. Some people have the name capacity to oppress the judiciary and to deter investigation from making them complicit. So when you begin to call names and find names that are connected to a crime, that crime dies immediately.